Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Hit to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 7th inning coming up. Las Vegas out in front, 4-0. Big Daddy Dick will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Worth is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 out.
Sean Stacy steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. He's got it. He will go to shortstop covering, and they do get the force at second. That was not an easy play.
Kind of lucky to get an out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do play.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from this outing, no doubt. You see the numbers there, 7 1/3 strong innings. He really put him in a good position to win this ballgame.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB. The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Las Vegas 51s and the Reno Aces. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' start. Big Daddy Dick will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. EK, our visitors here as they take the field tonight following a scoreless top half. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And it's been a back-and-forth series so far, but they have been able to take 2 of the first 3, so it's going to be up to that man on the mound to see if they can get out of here winning 3 of 4.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No
Count
offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Maddox is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the 2nd out. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be looking to see if that guy in the 7th spot.
Big Daddy Dick is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. He's around first on his way to second now, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And if you're going to work away with a 2-seam fastball, better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner, so you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the heart of the plate.
Stepping in, Peter O'Brien. He flew out in his last at-bat. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Yeah, a good job there to drive in their second run of the ball game.
Mark Krause is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. Hit on the ground to short. Dick scoop. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Big Daddy Dick steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. Out in front of it, strike 1. Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily. A runner on first with 2 away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 2-1 on its way. Now a bullet foul as the third base coach had to give it the old Olay that time. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Nash has a read on it, and that's the third out. So no runs here on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Big Daddy Dick, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. First offering on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Campbell with the bare hand. In time.
Oh, love it.
So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. The 51s are in front here, 4-3. Dilson Herrera tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see how he follows it up here.
And hopefully that triple is the kick that he needed to get him out of that slump that he's in. Let's see if he can keep it going now.
Well, this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the third out. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Not too many more shots left. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award. But what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the second of 4 between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Reno Aces. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Big Daddy Dick will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to.
Peter O'Brien set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Pyle is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Big Daddy Dick will dig in. He singled his first time around.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Pitch outside, the throw, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. 3 innings complete. El Paso's out on top, 1-0. Big Daddy Dick is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Oh, look, if I'm calling the game, I would have gone right back outside and see if you could get him to go after another pitch out there.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. Around second, he'll try for third. The relay throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
On the money.
Big Daddy Dick will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, let's get you a shot of this reaction at the plate in show motion. You think he agreed with the call? I don't think he did.
Big Daddy Dick will dig in. Took a called third strike his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Brown on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
And this is a welcome sight for these guys. It's just the second extra base hit they've had tonight. And it comes at a time when they really need to start stringing some base hits together.
Peter O'Brien will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A 3-run shot down the line in left. Home run number 5 on the year, as it's now a 3-all ball game.
That great work he'd done on the mound, well, it just got undone on one swing. He's gone from being in total control to we got ourselves a tie ball game.
At the plate, Big Daddy Dick. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Hot shot to third. And oh, he can't knock this one down as it zips right by him into left.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get...
Peter O'Brien will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. He takes strike 3 called. Phil Gosselin stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors. Big Daddy Dick steps in with 4 hits already in this one and looking for number 5 here.
Well, he's just stroking it, Matt. I was watching him earlier in batting practice, and he looked good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good.
And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1.
Just too over-aggressive right now. They've got to dial this back a bit.
And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Take a quick walk to keep the blood circulating. 13. Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
Yeah, and I think we probably could have given this award to 3 or 4 different people, but you definitely can't overlook his contribution. He really played a great ball game.
And welcome back, everybody. Matt Vasgersian prepping you for tonight's AAA PCL action. But before we get to the ball game, let's have a look at the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Big Daddy Dick will be our subject. And he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, you know, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, the balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. That performance.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Big Daddy Dick will stand in fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. EK are visitors here as they take the field tonight following a scoreless top half. They do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
And they were able to come away with the victory last night, so another performance like that would make their manager a happy man.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Dickerson is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
You know, they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 hole right now. He's the best base stealer on this team. It's a real rally starter every time he's able to get on.
Angel Zamora will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Grounded to short. Dick is right there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And with that, let's check out the Reno. Stepping in, Big Daddy Dick. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. Big Daddy Dick will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings complete. The Chihuahuas lead it 4-1. Alex Dickerson's time up. Set to deliver the 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. Now a long throw to third. But too late, and he's safe at third. Bobby Casilla will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole. Hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle. Just hasn't been able to.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. El Paso's out on top, 4-1. Leading off the inning, Big Daddy Dick, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through for his first base hit in this one. Jimmy Digeneus will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard. Phil Gosselin will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Tuffy Gozowicz strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Oh, a diving stop. The second for 1. And he'll make it back to third safely and be content just to advance. Kurt Wells steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We've played 8 full. The Chihuahuas lead it 4-1. Gerald Morrison will stand in one more time, and fortunately for him, he'll get a 5th chance here to extend that hitting streak.
Yeah, he hasn't had the same success the rest of the guys have, but that could all change with 1 swing.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runners on the move for second. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down. So, guys, all 3 of us were treated to a well-played ball game all in all. And what do you say we go ahead and name this fella right here as our tops player of the game?
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ball game, both of them doubles, and that really paced his guys to the victory.
4 runs on 9.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones. The show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the all. It's the show, and it comes your way next. Big Daddy Dick will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, if you stay...
Peter O'Brien will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. The 0-2 home. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. To second for
He's
1.
out.
Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, with the big blow being the home run. No errors and no one left on base. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Aces on top, 1-0. Big Daddy Dick is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Big Daddy Dick.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gonzalez over to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Big Daddy Dick will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second, he'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Yeah, you can't help but think about all the men they've left on base so far and how many times a triple like this.
At the plate, Peter O'Brien. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Well, a fly ball again here this time would be just what the doctor ordered, because a sac fly here would give him the lead.
Hoping to keep it tied, here it comes. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw is dropped at first, and that will allow a run to score. Miguel Casilla will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
1-2, here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Gonna be a tough play. A quick out number 1.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Mike Compton. He drew a walk his first time up. Ready with the 0-2. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. He's got it to second for 1.
out.
On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We're through 6 full. Reno leads it 2-1. Lined into a screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Leading off the inning, Big Daddy Dick, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm, but he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through. Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
so that's a wrap here tonight. For my you've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Aces are wild. They win it 5-1.
10 hits,
Good night, everybody.
no errors. They left 11 men on base.
Now on your home for minor league baseball. MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Today, Game 2 of this 4-game set between the Reno Aces and the Sacramento River Cats. It's baseball on. Big Daddy Dick will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Jordan Pacheco will stride in now. His solo home run accounted for their only score in the ballgame a night ago.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Grounded to short. Dick ranges. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 0-0. Big Daddy Dick is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And a dive, but he's back. And again a throw, and a dive, but he's back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit down the third base line. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more.
So stepping in, Peter O'Brien, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit?
Now to the plate, Phil Gosselin. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Runner's on his way to third. Pitch outside, the throw, and it goes to third.
Now that play is going to change the complexion of this inning for sure. Now all of a sudden you've got 2 outs and a runner at second base, so you may have just handed this pitcher a lifeline.
On the ground to the left side. To his right, Estes. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw. David Gonzalez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. To short. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. Miguel Casilla comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Kyle Russo will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of it? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Big Daddy Dick will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Hit hard down the line. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.